Hi, this is Billie Beene here with another segment of Truth by Billie Beene Special Report. Today's date, February 4, 2023. New. This is my third YouTube channel. I have a subscribe button in the lower right corner of my screen. Thanks for like, subscribe, and share on YouTube and Rumble. Episode 500. 8 Chinese spy balloons over the U.S. The U.S. Air Force shoots down something over Montana, and 4 more Chinese spy balloons to be floated over Australia. Some of my sources are God in the Bible, Patriot Subscriber, James Neal Cooper, CRUX, BPEarthwatch, Duck Hagmann's recent interview with Steve Quayle, Hal Turner, Plus. So let's get started. Okay. I have Patriot subscribers who say, remember the Stephen King novel, The Stand? And this Patriot subscriber is referencing Germany of 2023. Now I have Lone Wolf in Alaska. Yeah, I'll save that one when I draw the map. Yeah, and that one too. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to draw a map because these Chinese spy balloons that now we believe may be carrying nuke or nuke material, yeah, are over the United States and Australia and Latin America. So first of all, let's do a map. So we've got the U.S., here's Texas, Mexico, Florida, California, we're coming up into Canada, Alaska, the Solution Islands, we've got Russia over here, China, over here we've got Hawaii, we've got Guam. Down here we have Central America going into South America. Below that we've got Australia. So yeah, got a lot going on. Okay, I have a Patriot subscriber says, yeah, a second balloon was reported in Calgary, and that was on February 2, the night of February 2. So today is February 4. This is Saturday. And this whole thing began Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, which should be 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Okay. So the first we heard was a Chinese spy balloon over Billings, Montana on Wednesday the 1st. And so this Patriot subscriber sent this information in. On the 2nd at night, we heard about a second balloon in Calgary. And now I have this. And this is coming out on Friday. I received this on Friday, February 3rd. And this is from a Patriot subscriber. I have Lone Wolf. He lives close to Fairbanks and EIELSON Air Force Base. And he's saying they have the 354th Fighter Wing there, F-16s. And he would have heard if the F-16s had gone up to intercept anything over Alaska. So, yeah, that didn't happen. So we have this. Yeah, I have a Patriot subscriber talking about the Chinese balloons. It could be nuke war, but God and the prophets are not going to let it happen. I agree. And I have another Patriot subscriber talking about the Chinese spy balloons. Okay, So inside them, they would need or use the balloons for comms and GPS. Okay, so I have Patriot subscribers who are awake and aware. Okay, so this is coming out now. From James Neal Cooper, his new site is Buzz. Gave a good map, as did another site, CRUX. Okay, so the map he received, and James Neal Cooper, basically, I believe he lives in Thailand, and he covers China. Okay, so it came from China, and this would have been, it was over Billings, Montana, February 1. So this had to be January 30, maybe? There's a question mark. It came from China, and it went up over Alaska, came into Canada, and came down to Billings, Montana. Now, I submit and I believe that supposed civilian taking the video and releasing it, and it went viral on February 1, showing the Chinese spy balloon over Billings, Montana. That appeared to me to be orchestrated. I submit to you, I believe the U.S. military put out that video. When they could no longer deny the spy balloon is over the U.S., then they put that out. Now, this may be part, we know we have a shadow government and a shadow military. So this may be a deep state plan. Yeah, scare the American people, make them think they're under attack by the Chinese so they'll commit to sending their sons and daughters to war. So let's cover what's coming out. Now, so we have this map. Now, CRUX is bringing this information out, and the spokesperson for the Pentagon is Brigadier General Patrick Ryder, who said there's a second one over Latin America. Because we have some people now with the shadow government, the shadow military coming out and saying, oh no, there's no spy balloons and there's only one. And okay, shut up. So we have the Pentagon coming out with this information. There's a second one in Latin America, but they didn't give the location. And okay. And the Pentagon is calling it a Chinese surveillance asset. China is saying it's a weather balloon. And we had Joshua Philipp with Epoch saying, no, this wouldn't be a civilian weather balloon. This is definitely the Chinese military. We, at this point in time, if it is China, we don't know whether it's Chairman Xi and the white hat part of the Chinese military, or it's the shadow part, CCP. All right, we don't know yet. So now, CRUX is putting this forth. Is it a dry run for a nuke strike? And other sources are talking about EMP. Now, we have this, that in Billings, Montana, on February, I think that would have been February 3. We had a shoot down over Billings, Montana. Now, it could not be the first Chinese spy balloon seen on February 1, because we have tracks of, I think Dutchsinse tracked that. And we had some other trackers who were showing that the first balloon spotted in Billings, Montana on February 1 had moved to Missouri. I think Mike Morales, the weather guy, also has some video on that. All right. Now, so now what we have is in Billings, Montana on February 3, yesterday. This is from CRUX. The F-22 Raptors scrambled in Montana to shoot down something. So that's going on. And now we have BPEarthwatch. He has video, I'll link it for you, of a jet shooting down an object over Billings, Montana yesterday. And now we'll get into this information coming out from Hal Turner. Now, Hal was worked for the FBI for about 15 years. He has a lot of contacts with the FBI and CIA. Truther. Okay, now what we know already is we have balloon 1, and it moved here, balloon 1. And then we also had balloon 2. I had the Patriot subscriber saying it came out of Canada, Calgary. Okay, and I'd already reported in previous videos. We have balloon number 3 over Hawaii. We have balloon number 4 over Guam. Now, so we have additional information coming out now from Hal Turner. All right. So he's talking about the, now, Hal's information is the U.S. military did not shoot down this object, but we have Patriot subscriber making the statement. We have the Pentagon making the statement. Now, oh, he's saying, no, I'm misreading my notes. Hal is making the statement, the U.S. military did not shoot down balloon 1 because they sent up the F-16, the F-22s, and they detected on board what's being described as a radiological device. Now, we're getting information from multiple sources that this radiological device is in addition to comms on the balloon. We have some type of remote control for it. So I'll draw another map, another drawing talking about the balloon. So let's get started. Now, the balloon is, we have a balloon and it has an array hanging off of it that is the length of 3 buses. So that's pretty long. And we have this information coming out that on board it has a radiological device, which would mean some kind of nuke or radioactive. We also know it's remote controlled. The Joshua Philipp brought that out, and the Pentagon also. So we got that going on. Now, so Hal Turner's information is coming out about what it's going to take to produce an electromagnetic pulse, and that's something that would occur in the air over an area and affect your power grid, your electronics, vehicles, and other things. And Hal is also making this that some people think the balloons are dropping bio. Now, I brought that out in a previous video also about a source for that thinking. Now, Hal's information is that his information was you had to be 300 to 310 feet up above the earth to detonate and cause an electromagnetic pulse, which would then release gamma rays and interact with the Earth's electromagnetic field and cause voltage to interact with metal like electrical wires, electronics, and so on, up to 5,000 volts. Now, Hal is bringing out this information that's new to me. The U.S. military in 1955 had this exercise, hard tack, that took place over Bikini Island in the Pacific Ocean. And that was testing, producing either a nuclear blast or an electromagnetic pulse. And they used a balloon, and they launched it from a ship, and they found out it had to go up 85,000 feet. And they released it, and it was a 1.7 kiloton. Now, the nukes released over Japan in World War II were between 10 to 15 kilotons. So this was very small, and they released it. And what happened was, within a few minutes, they found out on the ground it was 5 times, the electromagnetic pulse was 5 times the ability of the science instruments they had to measure the electromagnetic pulse. In other words, it far exceeded what they had planned for. Now, looking at this, 85,000 feet. Now, yesterday, I reported that the balloon, and that information came, I think, yesterday from Monkey Werx or another source. And I had then a Patriot subscriber who said, no, the balloon is at 60,000 feet. So I'll go over the height in the air. So it's like we have 40,000 feet, and that would be commercial planes. And then we go up to, I think, 80 to 90,000 feet, and that's for the military. Now, just demonstrated that the U.S. military in 1955 did this test with a balloon to produce an electromagnetic pulse, and it happened at 85,000 feet. So the information coming out is that balloon number 1 is at 60,000 feet. Now, balloon number 2, we don't know. Is that what was shot down over Billings, Montana? We don't know. So we have that coming out. Now, Hal's information is that there are a total of 8. Here's the U.S., Mexico, California. 8 balloons over the U.S. Well, we saw balloon number 1, and now it supposedly is over Missouri. It's reasonable, I think, to speculate that balloon number 2 may have been the one that was shot down. So now we don't know where is balloon 3 through 8. Maybe they're counting the ones that are over Hawaii and Guam. We're not sure. And we know in Australia also 4 balloons are going here. And we had 1, according to the Pentagon, in Latin America. Now, we understand from Hal Turner that these 4 balloons going over Australia had to be launched from ships. So now we have this. Yeah. On February 3 in Billings, Montana, an explosion. And this lady called Dolly made a video and put it out. And then we had some parties coming out saying, no, it's fake. But the Pentagon came out and said, yes, the military did shoot down something over Montana. Now, on Fox, Tucker was interviewing the governor of Montana. At the same time, this explosion took place, and the governor confirmed that there was an explosion over Montana, and that the U.S. military scrambled 4 helicopters that traveled from Bozeman to Billings, which Hal says is 141 miles. So the Pentagon needs to stop saying, yeah. And the Pentagon is, okay, the Pentagon is clarifying. They did not shoot down a balloon over Montana. Okay, we can accept that. But there was an explosion, and I submit it's reasonable to think this might have been balloon number 2 coming out of Calgary, Canada, that was shot down, okay, by an unknown party then. But the Pentagon does know about it, and they did scramble helicopters. So that's going on. Now, I submit to my Patriot subscribers that we don't exactly know what's going on. We don't know if it's the white hats. We don't know if it's the black hats. We don't know who we can trust. We know that JB is an actor puppet avatar for the deep state, the shadow government. We also know that some individuals standing up to speak on behalf of the military appear to a lot of patriot citizen Americas to be kind of questionable. So we don't know exactly what's going on. So it's good to stay tuned, get information from multiple sources, and stay close to God, and keep your powder dry, baby. So I pray to God for peace and prosperity for 2023 for America and all nations around the earth. And I think it's good to remember that God is in charge and He is on the move. I love you, and I'll see you soon.